I'm guessing based on the area code, Matt, that you're from the Minneapolis area. Is that right?
No, I'm from Branson, Missouri originally. And then when I was 18, I moved here. From when I was 18 until I was like 33, I think is when I moved to Minneapolis.
Oh, see,
and I just the phone numbers weren't as portable back then.
Oh, that's right.
You know, so I gave up my Winter Park cell phone number. I got Minneapolis phone, and I lived there for like 10 years, and I've been back here for almost 10 years.
Meghann, where are you from originally?
I'm from Athens, Georgia.
Shut the fuck up. Are you really?
Yeah.
That's where
born and raised.
Same.
Went to Clark Central, UGA, all that, and then worked and stayed around for a little bit, and then moved to San Francisco for like 7 or 8 years, and then moved here about 8 or 9 years ago.
Did you what
2016?
Okay, that you're blowing my mind. What years were you at Clark Central?
This is gonna age me. 97 to 2001.
Okay, so I was a little earlier. I grew up there too. Went to Clark Central in 90, and then we moved out to Oconee County, and I finished up out there. You might. I'll have to get with you later. You might know my sister because she did the same thing as you. She graduated from Oconee, and then she moved out to San Francisco. And she's in the
cool.
Yeah, she's in the punk rock scene out there.
Nice.
You might know her. So what year did you move to Colorado? How did you guys meet?
I moved here in 2016, and we met through Jerry Joseph.
Yeah, I was still living in Minneapolis the first time I met her. She doesn't remember. But then I had just moved out here, and I was still working for Jerry Joseph, and we were in Salt Lake City. And she had been living here for like 6 months or so, somewhere about that, and was with a pack of people that I knew from here. And I met her. Jerry told her that I would get her anything she needed, like a sandwich or whatever.
Thanks, Jerry.
I'd take care of her. But so we didn't, we kind of chitty chatted or whatever then, and it was like a week or so later, something about that, we made Facebook friends or whatever, and her car broke, and it was really close to my house. So I went and picked her up, and we started talking, and she's like, oh yeah, I play guitar. I was like, oh yeah, me too. She's like, I write songs. I'm like, oh yeah, me too. And then we kind of hung out and played guitar like for 30 minutes or an hour one day. And I was like, oh yeah, we need to do this some more together.
And I've been out to Colorado a few times. I love it out there, of course. I've never been in the winter, so I've never had to experience the cold part of it. So I've always been out for the fun part, for Panic. And let me see, spent some time in Golden, a little bit in Denver proper, Boulder, just a hair. This was mostly like Panic stuff when I was younger. We were coming out, but Red Rocks has kind of always been like the mecca. We try to get out when we can. But I didn't realize. I kind of always thought of Colorado as like this jam band / bluegrass heady place, but there's a thriving rock scene out there. What's some of your favorite rooms to play out there, and what other bands do you like out there that's kind of on the circuit right now?
Yeah, this scene it's huge. Right. I mean, there's all the national. There's some pop punk bands that are kind of loosely based out of here that are national acts, Teenage Bottle Rocket, and then there's some local acts, the Years Down guys. We really like hanging out with them.
Velveteers.
We played with the Slights at the Punk Rock Fest. I like them. And then at that same festival, this like old school, they very much sound like Social D, King Rat was there. There's a really thriving ska scene here. We got our friends and I Fly, and they just played Punk in the Park, with a bunch of national acts. That like the scene here is huge, and it's pretty diverse. Like there's a really big sludge stoner rock scene here. Like our friends are Lord Velvet. They're pretty good and do well. And
Lost Relics.
Yeah, Lost Relics. Like the studio that we're like our music that we do all our rehearsing based out of our next door neighbors are the Flowbots. They're old school, like hip hop. And it's also 2MX2 that's new school hip hop out of here. And then there's a shit ton of, oops, sorry. I shouldn't say that probably.
No, this is a
death metal.
This is an adult show. You're good.
Yeah. I'm drawing this huge blank, and I'll think about it in a second. The people that were our old neighbors that were just on Brooklyn Vegan. There's several national acts out of here.
The
Velveteers, Dressy Bessie, Pink Fuzz, but I mean, like in that metal scene, like, what is it, Little Man? No, it's not Little Man. What is it? There's so many bands.
Well, I guess my point is I was just ignorant to the fact that there's so much more music out there than just, jam band stuff. It's really just a small piece of the pie out there. So,
but it's a huge piece of the pie.
Is it? Okay.
Fool yourself. Oh yeah. There's a lot of other stuff here, but like
EDM and jam.
Yeah, jam and bluegrass, Americana really kind of rule the roost here locally. Like most of the bands that we really like all, play here maybe twice, 3 times a year if you're lucky. They tour.
Meghann,
so that's what we want to do, and again, getting out of town more.
That's awesome. I didn't realize you were. I knew that y'all had shared the stage with Jerry and the Jack Mormons. I didn't realize you worked for him. What'd you do for his crew?
I was his tech, stage manager, tour manager,
Wrangler,
Boy Friday, van driver.
That's cool.
Cool. I mean, I worked for JoJo doing the same thing this weekend at the Conscience Alliance. Whenever he's here, I do that stuff.
That's great.
And I guess it's funny too, because this week when I was working for JoJo was our 5-year anniversary of when Meghann and I opened up our acoustic duo for his side project Slim Wednesday. Mm-hmm. And was it Rebirth or Dirty Dozen?
I think Dirty Dozen.
Yeah, it was Dirty Dozen brass band that we played with.
Backyard parties. But it was a big one at Levitt Pavilion.
Yeah,
it was
awesome.
Jumbotron.
I actually had written that down. I definitely want to ask you about that in a minute. But you guys, so you kind of, I think I may have the year wrong, but your first EP, and let me back up. I judge a lot of music based on how fast it makes me drive. And Crashing Cars and Fan in Flames is one of my favorite songs. Was that was y'all's first EP, right? In 21 or 22?
Under the Addie Tonic name, it was our first
EP.
We did a 5,000 the band. That's a whole
we had recorded previous to Addie Tonic, for 2.5, 3 years we referred to ourselves as 5,000 because Megan's hometown nickname, she was Meghann5k. So we were 5,000 the band. And as our producer, so we had recorded all that Crashing Cars and the Don't You Know Me CD EP. We had recorded those right before COVID. Mm-hmm. And they had gone to mastering during COVID. And we kind of had management at the time, and they helped us during COVID rebrand because, as Todd Dival, our producer, likes to say, that's the dumbest fucking name I ever heard, the 5,000. I mean, I hate bands with numbers in their damn name. And he just went on and on and on. I was like, all right, dude, so we'll rename the band. And so the very first thing that we came up with basically was Addie Tonic. And Meghann has one pupil that's bigger than the other one all the time. So it's Addie Tonic pupil, and we kind of co-opted the spelling and whatnot, and made the eyes logo, and then like I said, you got the joke. Which one's Addie? Just is it like Leonard Skinner or Pink Floyd? Because she does get called Addie.
Oh yeah,
almost all the time. It's hilarious.
Meghann, is that problematic when you get pulled over? Do you get a lot of sobriety tests?
No, I'm not Addie. That's not me.
That wasn't me. I didn't do that.
I read something I wanted to ask you about, Meghann. If it's cool to ask you about it, if you don't want to talk about it, I understand. But I had a relative that I watched go through cancer treatment, and he ended up losing that battle. But did you really record your vocals during your treatment for breast cancer? Because if so, that's some rock star shit right there. I gotta give you props. I know what that does to the body. So.
Oh yeah, it's brutal, if you will.
It's brutal.
Yeah, so we had started recording like a batch of songs. We were kind of taking our time with it, and we had recorded Alive and Brutal. And then I found out about cancer. So we booked a day in the studio and tracked 4 more songs because we just wanted to kind of have something to focus on. While I was going through that, I thought it would help. It did. And then, so it was time to do the vocals, and I was like 2 chemos in, I think, and I had gotten sick, like a cold, but it was like really bad because I was doing chemo. But I wasn't sure if it was going to get worse, so we just did it. And I think it came through the best on Supernatural because of, you know, Vic Chestnut, pain. I don't know. It just made sense to do that one especially. But yeah, we did those last 4 songs at the vocal tracking while I was going through chemo and very sick.
Was it therapeutic for you just to have like to be able to shift your attention, like take your mind off of it?
Yes, I wanted to have something kind of positive to focus on while I was going through hell.
Yeah, no doubt. Well,
You know.
thanks for talking about that. It's
Yeah, and it was just good to because we couldn't play live for a while, so just to like keep the band going, you know, that was just helpful
For
for
sure.
me as well.
Yeah, let me rattle off some of these accolades. I mean, you guys were a finalist in the On the Rise category for the Colorado Sound Music Awards, and the song "Brutal" charted on the top 5 on the 105.5, the Colorado Sound, for 5 months. And then a little later, it looks like 303 Magazine's Colorado Music You Should Know, featuring Iodine.
A little more tape, kiss on the knee. It's barely a scrape, it barely bleeds. Never conceding, licking the tears, taking the beating. Swallow the fear. 5,000 puppets, parallel lines. They march to the music, they're marching in time. Why? The task of the poet, 25 words. He says that you know it. It's something you heard. He says that he loves you. He's touching your soul, but it isn't bleeding. It's only a hole. 25 tissues, cotton and gauze. Your red badge of courage, message from God. Why? Buffalo, Buffalo, circle of sound. The last archipelago you see when you drown. Why?
Both of those songs, "Brutal" and "Iodine," those are probably my other two favorites that checked you out. And you did catch my attention with that Veruca Salt song. That was one of my jams back in the day. Whose idea was it?
That one's got a funny story behind it too.
Tell it.
Well, so Meghann and I, when we first started out, we didn't know what the intention of our music was, what we were going to do with it. Mm-hmm. So we were starting to like get a little bit of forward momentum, and I was trying to figure out how to get us airplay. And there's the 105.5 and 102.3 both had, one was called A Cover with Your Coffee, put a cover in your coffee, and then the other one was Bring to a Boil and Cover.
Yeah.
So they're both the local indie stations, kind of featured these cover things. And I was like, man, Eric Martinez told us a long time ago that we should have done, Volcano Girls by Veruca Salt, their other big hit. But we liked Seether better. That kind of suited us. And so we had this meeting with this local radio gatekeeper that shall remain anonymous. But if he hears this, he'll know the stories about him because it's going to be a verbatim. And we were talking about what we were doing, and we were getting ready to jump in the studio and do some stuff. And we were thinking about we were going to do Seether, by Veruca Salt. And he just looked right at me and he goes, well, that's the dumbest thing I've ever heard. I don't know why you would do something so irrelevant. And I was like, all right, whatever. And that was the first song, or the second song we got played on the radio. Captive was the first song that we got played on the radio. But so that one got played a bunch. Like it got us featured as a 30 or 102.3's band of the month kind of thing one month because of that song. And
they did Iodine and C. They're local 303.
Yeah,
I
local 303.
Yeah, that's killer.
I was like, thank you.
People like it. And, some of the young people think it's our song because they don't remember. They don't know.
Yeah, they don't know. 25 and under, they think it's our song. They thought it was our song.
That's funny. That's good stuff, though. That's God, it took me back. I hadn't heard that song in a while, and y'all did a really good job of covering it.
Thank you.
Thank you.
So you guys have shared a stage. Nikki Lane, Corey Feldman, the Unlikely Candidates, Jerry, of course. And I was gonna you brought it up, but I was gonna come to this at some point during the conversation. I've seen him with Panic quite a few times. I've only seen him once in Athens. I don't know if you remember the Tasty World, Meghann. But I do. I believe he was playing the Tasty World, and I remember, how he used to cinch up his jeans around the ankle. And man, that guy's a performer. He's so much fun to watch and just such a great songwriter. Jerry Joseph.
Oh yeah.
But yeah, he did a really. I was listening to Andy Frasco's podcast. He did an interview with Jerry a while back, and just a super interesting dude. But.
I've spent a ton of time with Jerry. He's a great guy. He's a huge inspiration to me. And I won't lie, I stole half of what I do from him. Yeah.
Somebody told me a quote of his one time. I think they said, if you're good at it, it kills you. Talking about music one time. I was like, yeah, that sounds like him.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
Speaking of JoJo, go ahead.
Oh, go ahead.
Oh, I was just going to say, tell me about that. You and I were texting a little bit. I've not seen Daniel Donato live, but a friend of mine, Anne-Marie Jacquard, she was there doing a little filming, and it looked like a pretty dope show. He's a really good guitar player, but did you get to meet him, and what was meeting him like? Oh,
yeah. He's a super nice guy. Yeah, well, everybody was very nice. I mean, one of Harry Styles' band was there. Somebody from Trey Anastasio's band was there. Kevin, the bass player from Government Mule. He was Dwayne, of course, And who was I'm trying to think, Holly Bowling. Holly Bowling was there. That's the other lady on keys. Everybody was very nice. And I'd never seen Daniel Donato either. And yeah, no, he was a fantastic guitar player. And it's funny because like they didn't necessarily do any one person's music much, you know, like a couple of Grateful Dead covers, some funk covers. You know, JoJo got out. He did like, what did he do? Blackout and
Ride Me High.
Ride Me High and this old blues song that I can't think of the name of right now.
Nice.
Drive me crazy. But, you know, like it was fun. The show was great.
Was that
And it was like,
and that was a Conscious Alliance benefit? Is that right?
yeah.
Cool.
And it was on this really nice estate, really nice property. It was a very beautiful location. It was great. A lot of fun.
That's awesome. A little birdie told me you have a very unique Saldano head. I think this person called it a Richie Sambora special. Is that true?
Yeah, it is. It's a 1993 SLO 100. You know, but mine is bone stock, and it has less stuff. It doesn't have a slave out. It's a really direct. Well, Sam, and it's snakeskin.
Right.
That's why Sam calls it Richie Saldana or Richie Sambora. It's because it's got snakeskin, which whatever. I've had the thing forever. And it is kind of a magic amp. It's Sam will tell you it's the best one he's ever heard. Andy Fuchs of Fuchs Amplifiers.
Yeah.
He had pictures of the insides of it to use to rehab somebody else's. So it's kind of it's a special amp for sure.
Sam says he still wants you to sell it to him. By the way, I had to throw that in there.
Yeah, I'll leave it in my will.
He said you've got a pretty extensive gear collection, and I was going to ask you, nothing to write home about. I'd pick around a little bit on an acoustic guitar, but do either of you have a guitar that you favor? I think I've seen you on a Telly before, Matt, unless it was a different brand that looked like a Telly that just, you know, there's some lookalike.
Oh no, I've got a few. I've got a few Tellys.
What's your favorite? Is there a guitar either of you kind of gravitate toward?
I stick with my Strat generally.
Yeah, that
Nice.
used to be my Strat, and I made her buy it from me. She played it so much.
I'm really hard on frets.
She's hard on instruments. It's in the time that her and I've been playing together, it's been refretted twice, and I've never had one guitar refretted.
Damn.
So yeah, she's
I don't know why.
yeah, we call her hammer hands. She plays the best instruments.
That's cool. Yeah, Sam was saying you could probably open up a gear rental company and probably retire with what you got.
Right.
No, honestly, everything I got gets played, and it's kind of in like Meghann and I play enough that like I've got I'm a gear nerd. Like I have big stage stuff, I have small stage stuff, I have medium stage stuff, I have whatever. But yeah, no, I don't know. When I lived in Minneapolis, I made friends with this guy that he was the head shop. He was the shop manager of Savage Audio Amplifiers, which they build really nice custom amps. Stone Gossard and Mike McCready's guitar tech was based out of there. Their guitar and amp tech. So, like they're pretty high end stuff. I got a little bit of their gear.
That's cool.
That's, I think, when I went super nerdy. I bought the Saldano, and that was like the gateway drug. That was my first like really good amplifier. I always had like decent amps and stuff, but I was living in Denver when I bought that, and I drove to Madison, Wisconsin, or La Crosse, Wisconsin, to buy it because it was so cheap. I mean, I bought it like for a steal a bazillion years ago. I can talk about gear endlessly and bore people to death. So
Oh man,
right along.
It's fascinating to me. Just like I can't afford to get into that world, but like just the cabinets and the amps and the pedals and like there's just like it seems like there's an endless combination of things you could do to make just a vast array of sound. It's intriguing to me. So We'll have to chat sometime when I come out there.
Oh yeah. Feel free anytime. But like, I kind of have everything that I have is a variation of something else, basically. So it all sounds the same.
It's like the smaller one.
Yeah.
Or the bigger one.
So you guys have a couple shows coming up. You're Saturday the 6th. You're playing at the Atrium Music Lounge in Fort Collins. It looks like it's you guys, the Bad Roommates, and Hopefully Soon. And then on the 20th,
Yep.
and then the 27th, you're back in Denver at Bar 404 with Ben Otwell of Gomez and
Yes.
Addie.
Yeah.
What's the Addie Tonic duo? What is that? Is that just the two of you guys?
Yep. We play strictly acoustic, almost electric, the almost electric trio, the almost the duo.
The full-on electric band. Yeah, we do all of it.
Yeah, and then we do even the acoustic electric full band. We've done a few times.
Oh yeah, sometimes.
How are
It's whatever the room or the person needs. And Meghann and I did we did some fun. We did a lot of fun gigs this summer, and we'd done this one whole weekend. And to finish it, we played. Well, to start that weekend, we opened for April Wine and Molly Hatchet at Bobstock. Which,
Oh, wow.
that's a whole other story. And then we finished our weekend on Sunday morning playing the acoustic duo for a yoga class. And the yoga class was at Bar 404. And we'd played there before as the electric band. We opened up for a pop punk band called Faya that's out of San Antonio. They're on tour with Teenage Bottle Rocket right now, I think. We're getting ready to go out on the road with them. They're really a great band. The guitar player from that band is in the national touring Hell's Bells, the all-ladies AC/DC that Angus Young says if you're going to see an AC/DC tribute, that's the only one to see.
Wow.
Said it in Rolling Stone even. So we played with those folks. But anyways, so we do this acoustic duo thing for a yoga class, and the owner of Bar 404 was like, as soon as we were done, he was like, "Oh, you guys, I've got this great gig for you. Ben from Gomez is doing 6 shows in America, and he's doing this solo acoustic thing. Would you guys want to open for him?" Why, yes, we would.
Oh, hell yeah.
I mean, we opened for Bow Wow Wow even once.
Damn.
All kinds of random stuff.
Right. We never know where we fall. We play on punk bills. We've played on metal bills. We've played on Americana bills.
Yeah. 'Cause
Killer.
I don't know where we fit out here. We kind of fit everywhere, but we don't fit anywhere.
Yes.
What do you guys like to do when you're not playing music? Any hobbies that you're into out there?
Meghann likes to make puppets, but she's been on puppet
I've been on a
hiatus.
little break.
I was gonna.
Since the cancer.
I knew there was a backstory to that music video where they're on the
Yeah.
carousel.
Meghann made that.
If you've watched any of our older YouTube videos, some of my puppets are in them, like the Crashing Cars, Keep Up, and
Yeah.
Captive.
Keep Up is what I was thinking of. Yeah.
Yeah, and there's a chicken puppet I made, and then there's a Meghann puppet. She has
Nope.
blonde hair.
Okay. Well, I was going to ask you if Matt was the chicken because I did see the blonde, but I wasn't sure about the chicken.
More or less, yeah.
Yeah, more or less. I'm foghorn leghorn. Sure, get away from me, bother me, boy. Boy, you bother me.
Well, hey, I always ask people this because I'm selfishly I'm always looking for new music and kind of I've found a lot of good music by asking people this question, but. Who do you guys listen to? And is there anybody that you're maybe it can be older music, current, but is there anybody that you're listening to that maybe people are sleeping on that you could turn me on to?
Well,
Teenage Bottle Rocket.
we
which you
yeah,
mentioned.
we love Teenage Bottle Rocket, and it's funny because they're from Laramie, Wyoming originally, and they're based out of here. And we were lucky enough to record 3 songs with Ray, one of the the founding members of Teenage Ball Rocket at his place. We did like a video thing. And our song Weird Way, like our most watched video ever is our song Weird Way from Raisin. It's like almost at 12,000 views. But we really like that band.
Brand Jonestown Massacre.
Yeah. Well, I mean, because we listen to a lot of different stuff. Like I really love the Viagra Boys. Really love the Viagra Boys.
Okay. Who was that you said, Megan? I think I cut you off.
I said Brian Jonestown Massacre.
Okay.
They're great.
And I really, my guilty pleasures, the new Wet Leg record's really good.
Okay, I'm gonna check all those out. Awesome. Well, before I don't want to cut you off, but I did want to give you an opportunity. I kind of wanted to mention those two shows, but is there any other upcoming projects you guys are working on, or anybody you want to shout out while you to other people that are listening? Anything besides these two shows that folks should know about?
Well, we're really excited about going back out to Carbondale in October and playing Steve's guitar, which he's a guitar builder / guitar store in downtown Carbondale that he hosts music and like all over the place kind of music. So we're really excited about doing that.
Oh, when is that?
It's always nice to go play in the mountains.
Yeah, when is that?
October 11th, I think's the date.
Okay.
And I mean, like, so, we've done everything since, everything with Todd Dival, pretty much, that you've ever heard. So we're in the process of making a record right now.
Yeah.
And
fantastic.
We love Todd Dival, man. He's such an underrated producer. He worked on a Taj Mahal record last year that got a Grammy.
Oh, damn.
He worked with Hardworking Americans. He's done a bunch of stuff with Todd Snyder. He helped the Velveteers launch their career out of here. He helped Pink Fuzz launch their career out of here.
Dropkick Murphys.
Yeah, he worked with Dropkick Murphys. He just did a record with Railroad Earth. So he's kind of, in my opinion, that guy's the heaviest hitter producer in town, and we're lucky that he likes to work with us.
That's killer. I'm a big Todd Snyder. I'm a big Todd Snyder fan, and that's another interesting dude that has some really great songwriting talent.
Beer run, man. It's all about the beer run.
Oh my gosh. Well, hey, it's so good to meet you guys. I feel like I've known you for a while. Sam, the first time I ever talked to him, he had told me about you guys. So I've had you in my phone for quite a bit, and I really enjoy the sound. And you hit me with that Seether, and I was like,
we love Sam Holt, by the way. I guess give him a shout out, Censor. And his band Out Formation was great. Like when Benji was in his band, Benji Shanks, that's in Blackberry Smoke right now, they were at my house in Minneapolis. So that's been a while back. But I love Sam. I've known Sam forever.
How did you guys meet? I'm curious.
God damn, how did I meet Sam? I mean, honestly, I probably met him on Panic Lot at some point the first time, but didn't really meet him until I started working with Jerry Joseph. And then I did like the Todd Nance Friends. I did the Interstellar Boys. I've worked with all of those guys. I've worked on the Panic stage, and I've been really fortunate to get to do some of the things I've done. And a lot of it has to do with Jerry Joseph,
He's a good dude. He told me you bailed him out in Minneapolis. His amp went down and you saved the day. So
yeah. Oh yeah. That was the first time he played Richie, was in Minneapolis. And he was like, man, I want this. No.
Well, Meghann, I'm so glad you're healthy. I love your voice, and I love a great female rocker. Growing up, my dad was really big into the Ramones and Sex Pistols and just speedy stuff like that. And I love a woman that drives the lyrical part of a band. So I'm digging y'all's stuff.
Thank you.
Well, if you like the Ramones, definitely listen to Teenage Bottle Rocket.
I will. I
I
definitely.
believe their genre is Ramones rock, leather jacket punk.
Oh, my dad was a huge my dad was a huge Joey Ramone guy. He had the leather jacket and everything. So. Well, hey, you guys keep rocking out there, man. I'm gonna I hope to get out there soon. I'll give a shout. But it's like I said, it's so good to meet you all, or the two of you. Please pass my my fond affection over to Dylan and Dennis, and people that are listening. Get out there and check out Addie Tonic.
Thanks so much for the opportunity to be on True Conversation.
Yeah, thanks,
you.
man. Y'all have a great night. Thank
Yeah,
you so
good one.
much.
All right. Bye-bye.
Bye, guys.